The deadline to file your taxes is coming up very soon. Here's Jeremy Jojala with a breakdown of what you need to know.
Every year, more than 10 million Americans will ask the government for more time to file their taxes. Of course, the big deadline is coming up here very soon on April 15th. If you fall into that bucket, I spoke with the consumer advocacy group at checkbook.org on what you need to know, especially if you owe money. What do people need to know about filing an extension?
You have two options by the tax deadline at midnight, April 15th. You can either file your tax return or file for an extension. You go to the IRS website, irs.gov, to do that. It's an automatic 6-month extension, but you are still expected to pay any taxes you owe by the April 15th deadline.
And a lot of times, I mean, will the system tell people how much they owe, or is it kind of like, do you have to go through the process of calculating your tax?
If you haven't done all the math, try to figure out what you might owe and at least pay something. The interest clock starts day one. Anything you haven't paid is charged interest starting April 16th. So if you can't pay it all, pay something and then try to work out a payment system with the IRS if you can for the rest.
And so,
Sure.
so what's the interest rate versus like the penalty here if somebody doesn't pay?
The penalty for not filing or getting that extension by the April 15th deadline is significantly higher, in fact, 10 times higher than the interest rate you'd be charged if you didn't pay all your taxes.
Yeah, so it's just better to at least get something into the system, pay something.
If you can't pay the whole amount you owe, pay as much as you can, remembering that the interest clock is going to start ticking day one, April 16th. And then if you can't afford to pay the rest, go on the IRS website and they have a number of payment plans that you can use.
And filing an extension, that doesn't cost any money, right? You can do that for free, I would imagine.
Filing an extension is absolutely free and you can do it yourself. You just go to irs.gov.